I've been a pretty big fan of the Elabella 6-in-1 for a long time. I love the tools that it comes with. It's easy to use. There are several styling tools that come with this, so it's really an all-in-one. But I was also curious to see exactly how the Elabella might stack up to a Dyson. Now, Dyson is an investment. These are not inexpensive, but I'm gonna offer a little pro tip right now because I actually got this refurbished and I saved several $100s. I got it for less than half price because I looked at refurbished models from Dyson. So in the event that you are curious about a Dyson, would like to get one, but you can't really drop $700-800 on it, just handy little tip. I'm gonna style my hair with the Elabella 6-in-1 as well as the Dyson Airwrap to see how they really compare to one another. Is one better than the other? And just basically take you through everything you need to know about both of these if you're considering either one, just so you kind of know what you're getting into before you buy. So I look like a mermaid that just climbed out of the ocean. My hair is wet, and we're gonna start with the hair dryer, which we're gonna connect. We're gonna line that up with the unlock button and then turn that around to lock it into place. And this is gonna get loud, so I'll just let you know, this is the temperature control. It goes cool, medium, and hot. And of course, this is the power button. So we're gonna get this started. So I've got my hair to a mostly dry state, and we're going to use the detangling and smoothing brush next. And I'm going to use this on medium heat, just like I did the hair dryer, because I don't usually use a lot of high heat on my hair unless I'm curling and I need it to hold. So as much as I love the straight hair thing I have going on, I'm gonna style my bangs the way I normally do, only I'm gonna use this round brush instead. I usually use a Velcro roller, and I just roll them back. It's like a 2-inch roller. It's a really big one. So I roll it back and get that nice swoopy fringe that I love. So we're gonna achieve that with the round brush instead. So now that my bangs are looking amazing, we're going to use the volumizing brush and see how this works as far as adding volume to a more straight style. So we're going to take a section of my hair. We're just going to start with this one. And again, I'm going to put this on high heat and then probably just use it on low, just because I don't want my hair to blow around too much. So look at that. Okay, maybe I really do need to start wearing my hair straight more often. Look at that volume. Okay, yeah, I think I might have to start changing my look a lot more because I am really loving that. It's shiny and smooth, but it's got so much volume to it. Okay, wow. As much as it's gonna kind of suck to wreck the look that I've got going on that I really love, we are gonna experiment with the curling rods. Right now I've got the left side. This is going to blow the air back this way, so the curls are going to go around in this direction. So we're going to do that on this side, and we're going to see what it looks like. And I need to say goodbye to my really gorgeous straight hair, which I never thought I would actually say, because again, I don't normally wear my hair straight, but I really love the hell out of this.
That's, man, okay. And this takes a little practice. In my experience, it works best when it's on high, and hold your hair out a little bit. And, you know, for me, I realized like my hair is pretty long, so I gotta, you know, kind of finagle everything, but move it back here towards the ends and it'll kind of suck it up. So let me turn this on. And perfect curl. I've got the other iron in, and that's going to blow my hair this way. So this is the direction that the curls are going to go in. And one thing I want to point out, while you're switching your tools back and forth, they do get hot. So you want to try and handle them by the ends where you can, because the base and this whole thing will get hot. So switching them out, you know, going back and forth between them, it's just a handy tip. So again, I'm going to use this on high because it actually pulls my hair into the curling iron a little bit faster and easier than it does on low. You know, again, my hair is kind of like, I guess I would say like it's medium thickness, and it is getting a little wiry. So, and it's long and it's heavy. So, okay, here we go. The curls on this side, those few that I did, and you know, it's very, very simple, and really, like, at least on my hair, I really do need the air suction to be on high. It pulls it in a little more easily than it does on low, but you know, you can kind of test it out and see on your own hair which works better for you, because hair texture, you know, it really, everybody's is different. It really depends. But I love the ease of use, and I kind of like the backward, all of the backward curling. That's, maybe I didn't need to be alternating my curls all those years. Live and learn.
Just like with the Elabella, you generally are going to style with the Dyson starting from wet hair. So my hair is freshly washed and conditioned, just like it was with the Elabella, and we're going to go through the styling process with this. Now, all of the attachments snap on in a similar way. We'll just pop this on, snaps into place, and then to release, there's a lock button on the back that you just push down and it releases right away. Now, the dryer attachment on my Dyson, this is the Kawanda smoothing dryer attachment, so it looks a little different. The air actually comes through here instead of, you know, in a larger, like a larger barrel like the Elabella. So we'll see how this thing does. I'm gonna pop this on. And on the Dyson, we've got the power button, the fan speed, and then the temperature control is here. So it's gonna get loud. So my hair is about 90% of the way dry, and I'm gonna detach this and start using some of the other tools, because you don't wanna dry completely, you wanna get it close. But it took about 4 minutes to dry my hair to about 90–95% dry, and it looks pretty smooth considering. So let's see what else it can do. The Dyson actually comes with 2 smoothing brushes, and you choose the one based on your hair type. One is the soft smoothing brush, the other is the firm smoothing brush. And I actually had to look this up online on Reddit to figure out which is which. The soft smoothing brush is the one that has the little plastic nubs on the end. And this is the one that you would use if you have medium to fine hair and you're gonna comb through and smooth. If you have thick or coarser hair, the one that doesn't have any nubs on it is the firm smoothing brush, and that's the one that you're gonna wanna use. So I'm gonna be using the soft smoothing brush because my hair is more medium. It's not really fine, it's more of a medium thickness, and yeah, this is better for my hair. So we're gonna snap this on. And it's locked into place, and here we go. Now this brush is designed for detangling and smoothing before you get to the rest of your styling. And now that my hair is smooth and, you know, relatively straight, my hair has a lot of natural wave to it on its own, but the results with this, it's pretty straight even without a straightener. So this basically gives you sort of a fresh canvas to work with. Now I'm going to be using the round brush to do my fringe and front parts, similar to how I do with the Elabella. Yeah, that's not bad. This is a little softer of a swoop, but it looks pretty. I don't do a lot with my fringe. I wear it pretty simply, a little bit swoopy and, you know, just sort of soft. I like the face framing of it. So yeah, that's not bad. The one thing that Dyson does a little differently than Elabella is with the air curlers. Now, this comes with two, but they are different sizes. And you actually change the direction up at the top. There's a little arrow and you turn this dial to make the air flow in one direction or the other. So instead of getting two barrels that are the exact same size and that go in a single direction, you get two barrels in different sizes that you can alternate the directions. So we're gonna curl with this. I'm gonna use, I think I'll use the larger one just to see how she does. But I'm gonna snap this on and I'm gonna go this way. So I'm gonna make sure this dial is turned all the way to this side. So that's gonna be the direction that the air is pulling. So let me get a little section of hair. And you use this the exact same way that you do the Elabella. You put the barrel behind with the air flowing and it'll catch that hair. Although I am gonna turn this up to high airflow just because my hair's a little on the heavier side when it comes to this kind of thing, and it picks up easier when it's on a higher air. All right. So as you can see, the curls were going in this direction this time around. And yeah, I mean, it's a very soft, large, loose curl. This one's gonna do a tighter curl, but I do appreciate having two different barrel sizes. That's the one thing that I really do like about the Dyson over the Elabella, is the fact that you have two curler sizes instead of just one. Now, after having used the Elabella and the Dyson, I can say they're pretty comparable to one another. The size is relatively the same as far as the base, although the Dyson is a bit longer. This takes a little more effort to wield, I feel like, compared to the Elabella, because if you can see the size of the base, the Dyson's got, probably at least an inch, maybe an inch and a half on the Elabella. So it's a little longer, a little larger to wield. As far as the tools go, they're pretty comparable. The only big difference between the Elabella and the Dyson, again, is having the two sizes of curling wands. The Elabella, the curling wands that come with it, you get two, but they're the exact same size. So you can't really change up the style of your curls as far as, you know, the size. They're always going to be about the same size as the smaller barrel that you get with the Dyson. But in addition to being longer than the Elabella, the Dyson is a little more awkward to wield because of the cord. Now, Elabella's got a very simple cord. I have it wrapped up right now, but it's a lot more lightweight compared to the Dyson. So the Dyson has a very long cord, but then it also has this thing hanging off near the end, which it's just, the cord adds even more weight when you're using this. I feel like the Elabella is just a little bit easier to wield. It's shorter, it's a little more lightweight, especially with the different attachments. I had an easier time using the Elabella. Now, the attachment variety with the Dyson, like I said, you do get that extra curling wand, and you also get the two smoothing brushes. Now, it wasn't exactly clear to me which one did which. I literally had to go on the internet to figure out how to tell the difference between the soft smoothing brush and the firm smoothing brush. That was a little annoying to me. I mean, I guess technically you can feel a difference. The firm one is a little bit firmer, but it's not super obvious, and I wish it was. And the dryer attachment was a little strange to use. I've never used one that had like a vertical airflow the way that the Dyson does. I'm not sure how much I love that. It was very powerful. It dried my hair quickly, but it almost seemed to be a little too powerful because it was really blowing my hair around a lot while I was drying it, more than the Elabella does. And I'm not sure if it's the material on the round brush, but I feel like the results from the round brush, my initial results using the round brush with the Dyson, were frizzier compared to what I achieved with the Elabella. I did eventually kind of smooth it out and touch it up a little bit with one of the curling wands just to kind of get it to go the way that I wanted it to go. But these are really very, very bristly. I don't love the round brush that came with the Dyson as much as I love the brush that came with the Elabella. And I feel like the smoothing brush on the Elabella, because of the contour, the smoothing brush on the Elabella I like better than what comes with the Dyson. If you can see, there's like sort of like contouring on this, so as you're running it through your hair and, you know, across your scalp especially, but down through the lengths, it seemed to smooth a lot better than the smoothing brush from Dyson. The bristles seem to be about the same length, but as you can see, like the one on the Dyson, it's completely flat, whereas Elabella's got that contouring that just seems to smooth and go across your scalp a lot more easily and comfortably. And the results seem to be a lot smoother with the Elabella versus the Dyson. Now, if you're trying to choose between the Dyson and the Elabella, there are some things to consider based on what you need. Like I mentioned, the Dyson comes with a couple of different brush attachments, so it can handle fine hair, coarse hair. You can smooth, you can choose the brush based on what you need to do. And again, I really do appreciate having the two sizes of the curling wand. That said, the Elabella simplifies things a lot as far as the number of attachments and what they do. It's a lot more easy to wield, so especially if you need something that's going to be a little more lightweight, if you can't really style with something that's going to be heavier, I think the Elabella is going to be the better option for you. And of course, the price point is a pretty big thing to consider. There is a huge price difference between the Elabella and the Dyson. The Elabella is about $200. The Dyson runs around $700 to $750. They have a few different models to choose from, so there's a considerable difference. I don't know that a brand new Dyson is necessarily going to be better than the Elabella, unless you really need two separate curling barrels. That's nice, but I don't think it's worth a $500 difference. And again, I did get my Dyson refurbished because I'm not made of money. So, when I saw the opportunity at Dyson to get a refurbished model, I thought, okay, that's doable. It's a little more comparable. It was still way more expensive than the Elabella, by about $150 more. So, that is a consideration. I don't think the results merit the cost of a Dyson when you've got something like the Elabella available. It's a lot more streamlined, does what you need it to do, and it offers most of what you get with the Dyson for a much, much lower price point. And the results, I feel, at least on my hair, they were smoother and a lot more frizz-free with the Elabella versus the Dyson, which I'm not gonna lie, that kind of surprised me. I really expected the Dyson to be a lot more wow. I don't know. I don't know how else to put that. Like I expected to be amazed by the Dyson results, and I really wasn't. Not after seeing what the Elabella can do. I don't know that the Dyson is worth what it costs, given what it does and what you can get with the Elabella. If you're trying to make a decision between the two and you're sort of looking at the Elabella and the Dyson Airwrap, personally, I think the Elabella is the better option. It's a lot more budget friendly, but it also does pretty much everything that the Dyson does. And at least on my hair, the results are a lot smoother and a lot more effortless. Again, the size difference between the two is pretty substantial. It doesn't look like a lot, but when you're holding them in your hand, and especially when you've got the tools added on the Dyson, it's long. It's just a little more awkward to use, I think. And the way that the air curlers blow with the Dyson compared to the Elabella, I feel like the Elabella picked up my hair a lot more easily without disturbing the other hair around it. The Dyson had a tendency to, pick up more than I wanted. It blew some hair around when I didn't necessarily want it to. It was just a little harder to control. I think given the cost and the results, the Elabella is just the best option of the two. And the Elabella is definitely going to be the one that I get the most use out of.